Yo guys, it's Kyle coming at you from Bane's Film Reviews. I just saw Jaws, directed by Steven Spielberg. If you haven't seen this film, I don't know where you've been. But they've recently re-released this film in theaters for this 50th anniversary. Unfortunately, the theater near me was only showing it in 3D today, the only day that I had available to go watch. So I watched it in 3D. I was a bit hesitant, but I was excited to see the film nonetheless. I have to say that I'm pretty impressed with what they did with the 3D. There were no weird three-dimensional tropes. There were no weird ploys. It just added physical depth to the film. It doesn't really do anything otherwise, but it doesn't look bad, and they don't try to do too much like they often do with 3D re-releases, like they did with things like Star Wars. There's not much to be said. You've all heard it before. Jaws is fantastic. It is arguably and objectively one of the best films ever made. Spielberg absolutely killed this film, even dealing with a ton of setbacks, with Bruce acting like a jerk-off and, the ocean not cooperating. Shocker. This film turned out to be, again, one of the greatest of all time. I think Roy Scheider is incredible in this film. Dreyfuss is incredible in this film. And it's a great cast that does their job so well. This is the trio is arguably one of the greatest trios I've ever seen on screen, of Hooper and Quint and Brody. They are wonderful together. They're incredibly dynamic together. They're all flawed in their own ways, and I can't say enough incredible things about this film. I give Jaws a 9 out of 10. If you disagree with me, you're simply wrong, unless you were giving it a 9.5 or a 10. You cannot say that this is lower than a 9 because it's not, and again, you're just wrong if you think that. Go to the theater and watch this film while it's still out. See it on the big screen. Maybe you're an old person and you watched this when it was in theaters the first time around. I was not alive in 1975. I didn't have the luxury of doing that. I'm so happy that I got to do this today with my wife and experience it on the big screen like it should be experienced. It's incredibly immersive, and I loved every second of it. So, until next time, peace.